Welcome back to the Deep Dive. This is where we take source material, you send us fascinating stuff, and we really try to unpack it.
Yeah, pull out the key insights, maybe find some surprising detail.
Exactly. And today, the learner has sent in something, well, intense, a really dramatic personal account. Our mission today is to get beneath the surface of this incredible story. See what it tells us about, human behavior under pressure, extreme pressure.
Right, and the title alone tells you a lot. It's called Bride Overhears Groom's Shocking Betrayal, Returns to Wedding with Ultimate Revenge.
Wow.
Yeah, so, right off the bat, this isn't your standard wedding story. It's going to be about crisis response.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So the source sets the scene, right? It's Penelope's wedding day. She's marrying Liam.
The big day.
And it's this grand church, very traditional. Penelope's in her lace dress. It sounds like the absolute dream she'd been picturing.
That perfect moment, yeah. Everything's supposedly falling into place.
But the source mentions this contrast. The dream versus this kind of growing unease she feels.
Yeah, that's interesting. Is it just nerves? Or something more? A premonition, maybe. It makes what happens next feel almost inevitable in hindsight.
And it turns out that unease was spot on. So Penelope's getting ready, almost time to walk down the aisle.
The final moments.
And her best friend, Claire, finds her, urgently, pulls her aside into a back hallway.
Oh boy, that's not good news.
No, that private moment away from everyone, that's where the perfect day just shatters.
The bubble bursts.
Because Claire drops the bombshell. She overheard Liam.
The groom.
Yeah, Liam and his best man, Sean, talking.
But what? Cold feet?
Worse. Much worse.
Yeah.
Claire heard them planning for Liam to leave Penelope right after the wedding.
What? Leave her?
For another woman. The plan was apparently to go through with the ceremony and then just leave.
Oh my God, just moments before. That's brutal. Utterly dead.
So can you even imagine hearing that? Your whole world, the future you thought you had, just gone.
The betrayal is staggering
Yeah.
from the man she's about to marry. And the best man knew.
Apparently. Penelope's first reaction, the source says, is just disbelief. Like, this can't be real.
Of course. Who could process that immediately? It's unthinkable.
But then something shifts. That shock turns into something else. Anger. Resolve.
Okay.
There's this line the source includes, her thought, no one walks out on me like that. Not without consequences.
Wow. So not despair, but determination. That's a powerful switch.
It really is. It's like the shock just solidified into this absolute refusal to be the victim here.
She's reclaiming control, isn't she, in a situation designed to strip her of it.
And she acts fast. She turns around, walks back through the church towards the entrance.
About towards the altar.
Not yet. The source emphasizes how deliberate this walk is. It's not a bride's hesitant step. It's purposeful, like she owns the place.
You can just feel the energy changing. Everyone's expecting a bride, and they get something else entirely.
Then the confrontation. Before she even gets to the main hall, she intercepts Liam and Sean.
She confronts them directly before telling everyone.
Yep. Tells them straight up that the guests are about to hear something. Something involving him, her, and this other woman.
Whoa. That's bold. Calling them out before the public reveal takes guts.
Serious guts. It basically stops them from being able to spin it later, right? She's setting the stage on her terms.
Incredible nerve, really, in that moment.
And then the entrance into the main church hall, the music stops, everything just halts.
Dead silence. You could hear a pin drop, I bet.
Murmurs ripple through the guests. Everyone's confused. Penelope walks straight to the altar.
But not to get married.
No. She gets up there and makes an announcement.
Oh, this is it.
She lays it all bare, tells everyone Liam's plan, the betrayal, the other woman, the intention to leave her right after saying, I do.
Just, wow. The collective gasp in that room.
She says the whole wedding, the whole relationship apparently, was based on lies and disrespect, and then declares the wedding is over.
Boom. Just like that. The ultimate reversal.
Imagine the fallout, the shock. Liam apparently tries to sort of downplay it, smooth it over somehow.
How could you possibly smooth that over? What did he say?
Doesn't matter what he said, really. Penelope wasn't having any of it. She cuts him off, rejects him completely.
Good for her.
And then she adds something like, you will pay the price for this.
Ooh. So it's not just over. It's a declaration of war, almost.
Feels like it. And then she just walks out, leaves with Claire, leaves the whole mess behind.
Walking away from the wreckage, how did she feel right then, according to the source?
Interestingly, it says she felt okay, which seems weird, right? But maybe it was the adrenaline. Or just the relief of taking action?
Could be shock, too. Or maybe that resolve she found was just carrying her through. The full emotional weight probably hadn't hit yet.
Probably not. But she doesn't just crumble. She gets proactive. Immediately.
Okay, what's the first move?
Lawyer.
Yeah.
Straight away. Called her lawyer to lock down her assets, make sure Lean couldn't touch anything.
Smart. Very smart. Practical, even in the midst of emotional chaos. Protect herself financially.
Exactly. Shows incredible clarity. But that was just step one.
There's more.
Oh, yeah. This is where it moves beyond just the personal betrayal. Step two. She contacts someone, a business associate of Liam's,
Okay. Why?
because this associate apparently knows about Liam's shady dealings.
So it wasn't just personal dishonesty, it was professional, too.
Seems like it. This contact has the dirt. Penelope meets with them,
And gets what? Information.
gets the jackpot. Documents, photos, contracts, evidence of Liam's dodgy business practices. We're talking skimming money, potential money laundering, maybe illegal deals, a whole can of worms.
Wow. So Leon wasn't just a cheat, he was potentially a criminal.
That's what the evidence suggested. This changes everything, doesn't it? It's not just about a broken heart anymore.
No, this is leverage. Serious leverage. And maybe a sense of righteous anger. Like, this guy deserves what's coming to him on all fronts.
You have to think so. And Penelope decides to use it. All of it.
How? What does she do with this information?
She leaks it. Carefully. Strategically. To the media and to the authorities.
Whoa. Going public.
Huh?
Aiming to take down his entire operation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dismantle his reputation, his business empire. It's calculated.
And devastating, I imagine. What happened to Liam?
Swift and brutal consequences. His business implodes. He's facing accusations, investigations, fraud, embezzlement. It all comes crashing down.
Complete ruin. And the other woman?
Vanished. Disappeared from the picture once the scandal hit.
Figures. So, Penelope watches this unfold. The source mentions her satisfaction.
Yeah, but maybe satisfaction isn't quite the right word. Maybe more like a sense of justice.
Yeah.
Consequences happened.
Right. Closure, maybe. Knowing he couldn't just walk away clean after betraying her and apparently many others through his business dealings.
It's complex, for sure. It's not necessarily happy, but maybe validating.
Yeah, validating is a good word. So, what's Liam's reaction to all this? His world is collapsing.
Desperation sets in. He starts trying to contact Penelope. Calls, messages,
Isn't she?
ignores him completely. Total silence. Cuts him off entirely.
That silence speaks volumes, doesn't it? No more engagement. He has no more power over her.
None. She's moved on. But then one last thing arrives. A letter from Liam.
Oh. What does it say?
Exactly. It's dark.
Yeah.
He talks about his loss, blames her for his ruin.
Blames her. Seriously, after everything he did?
Yep. Classic deflection, maybe.
Yeah.
And then it ends with just, goodbye. The implication the source suggests is pretty heavy. Possibly hinting at suicide.
Oh, that's heavy. A final manipulative attempt to cause pain or guilt.
Seems like it. Very unsettling. But Penelope's reaction.
What'd she do?
She reads it. And
Yeah.
then she just discards it. Throws
Yep.
away.
Uh,
The source says she felt this sense of finality. Freedom. The chapter was well and truly closed. She was ready to move forward.
that act of throwing the letter away, powerfully symbolic. Rejecting his final attempt to control the narrative or her emotions.
Absolutely. So that's the arc of the story the learner shared.
Yeah.
From wedding daydream to, well, to that. An extraordinary sequence of events.
Truly extraordinary. Penelope's response was just incredibly decisive, wasn't it? Multi-layered. The wedding day became this catalyst, exposing not just his infidelity, but this whole other layer of deceit.
The key insight here, maybe, is just how unpredictable people can be under that kind of extreme emotional pressure. Her reaction wasn't just about revenge. It felt more like reclaiming agency.
Agency, yes, and accountability. She didn't just want him gone, she wanted him held accountable on multiple levels. It really makes you think about breaking points, you know?
Definitely. And that brings us back to you, the learner, and everyone listening. What does this story make you think about? About how people cope with betrayal?
Yeah, and does this kind of comprehensive payback actually bring closure? Or does it create its own kind of damage, its own scars?
It's a tough question.
Mm.
Is there a point where seeking justice tips over into something else? What are the long-term effects of handling things so publicly and dramatically?
It certainly raises questions about justice versus revenge and the emotional complexity of it all. It's rarely black and white in these situations.
It's not at all. Lots to chew on there. The learner, thank you again for sending this incredible source material our way. Really fascinating stuff.
Absolutely.
And for everyone else, if you've got sources, articles, accounts that you think deserve a deep dive, please Send them over. We're always looking for the next exploration.